A crackhead like him had gotten Corey into his current predicament.
"Hope y'all got paid lawyers, 'cause them faggot-ass public defenders ain't worth shit,"
the man said, with anger in his voice.
"Mine just sat there looking stupid while the DA assassinated my character."
Then, as quickly as he started running his mouth, volunteering information, he stopped and started begging.
"Hey, old Poppy, let me get a short on that cigarette."
He appealed to the old Hispanic man he was talking to, who never said a word, just handed him the cigarette butt that had been passed around and smoked by practically every man in the bullpen. But that didn't stop the man from wrapping his own lips around it. He wanted a pull on the cancer stick bad. He wanted to fill his lungs with some nicotine, to calm his nerves now that he realized he was going back to jail. When other prisoners from different cells were shuttled past, those in the bullpen hollered loudly to find out how they had fared.
"Yo, money, how you make out?"
someone yelled out. Escorted by 2 sizable court officers, the man had a dejected look as he said, "That motherfucking Judge Brown just knocked me out the box. He gave me 25 to life."
"Be strong, baby boy,"
the man suggested.
"Hold your head, go up north, get the law library hard, and you'll be back in court on appeal."
Corey's heart began to pound against his chest at the mere mention of that kind of time. Judge Lawrence B. Brown was his judge, too. Corey's judge, jury, and executioner. Under the Youthful Offender Act, Corey had initially accepted a plea bargain for 5 years probation on the advice of his public defender. But he caught another drug charge while out on bail, and that blew the deal that he'd agreed to. He was now at the mercy of the court, and the court didn't have any mercy. Trouble was nothing new for Corey. All through his turbulent adolescent years, he was running afoul of the law. Now at 16, all the dirt he'd done had finally caught up with him. He had succeeded in getting into major trouble. His sudden departure from home, subsequent arrests, and imminent jail time that hung over his head signaled his arrival into the big time. According to New York state law, he was an adult, though he was still very much a child. Nonetheless, he would be held accountable for his actions. He was moving closer and closer toward the self-destruction that his parents had predicted for him. If he kept doing what he was doing, living the street life. Having already been posted bond for one direct sale to an undercover cop, a few months later he was arrested on a humble possession with intent. His cab had been pulled over by police for a minor traffic violation and the vehicle searched. The police found 4 ounces of crack cocaine on him. The first arrest had been a blatant setup, retribution for some foolish act Corey had committed in the streets. He had lost his temper and made a stupid move that had caused his world to come crashing in. But when his man caught up with that crackhead Kelly, she'd regret the day she ever laid eyes on him. But today was Corey's judgment day. Hers would come soon enough, only it would be in the court of law. Her trial would be held in the streets. After a late afternoon court recess, all that remained on the docket was the sentencing of Corey and 2 other co-defendants in the next cell. All the other occupants of these various holding cells had been transported back to the Bronx House of Corrections, Rikers Island, or whatever other institution they'd been imprisoned at. The lucky ones were released on their own recognizance, ROR bail. Corey's stomach growled. He was hungry as hell, but he was unable to eat. Something about going to court ruined his appetite. Plus, the state-issued carton of milk and slab of cheese between 2 stale pieces of bread masquerading as a sandwich that was provided for his lunch wasn't appealing. Something else was making him feel queasy, though. Maybe his body sensed what his mind couldn't comprehend, that something was wrong inside the halls of justice. Corey scanned the graffiti covering the walls, reading every legible message to help pass the time, trying to decipher them from some hidden meaning. Plead guilty, someone had written. Rather be judged by